My name's Melissa, and I'm going to be talking about blood, which is a specialized form of wandering connective tissue. This is the composition of blood. Plasma makes up about 55% of total blood volume in an adult dog. The rest of the composition consists of blood cells. Blood cells can be divided into three groups: your red blood cells, or erythrocytes, your platelets, or thrombocytes, and your white blood cells, or leukocytes. Red blood cells are all those pink dots you see when looking at a blood smear under the microscope. The main function of red blood cells is to carry oxygen to all tissues of the body. Hemoglobin is the protein that is produced by red blood cells. Oxygen molecules are transported by attaching to iron atoms on the hemoglobin protein. Next, we have the white blood cells, which can be divided into 5 different types. The function of white blood cells is to provide defense against foreign material and help to keep us healthy. They are vital parts of the body's immune system. Each type of white blood cell has an individual role, which we're going to discuss. Firstly, we have the neutrophils, which are the most numerous white blood cell we see in cats, dogs, and horses. Their function is to engulf bacteria and other microorganisms through phagocytosis. They can be identified on a blood smear due to their multi-lobed nucleus that is joined by thin strands of chromatin, and they have lightly stained granules. So as we can see in this picture, we have our multi-lobed nucleus. So here we have 3 lobes, and here we have a banded nucleus. Next we have eosinophils. All the functions of eosinophils are not known, but we do know that one of their main roles is an anti-inflammatory response prevalent during allergic reactions. The most obvious way to identify an eosinophil is due to the red-orange granules that are seen within the cell. Next, we have basophils, which are the rarest type of white blood cell, making up less than 1% of the total blood count. Consequently, not as much is known about them, but they do play a role in the anti-inflammatory response in allergic reactions as well. They can be identified by the very dark granules distributed throughout the cell. Next, we have monocytes, which turn into macrophages when they are present in tissues, and their role is to destroy dead cells and bacteria through phagocytosis. They can be identified as they are the biggest white blood cell, and they also have a kidney-shaped nucleus. Lastly, we have lymphocytes, which are the second most common type of white blood cell after neutrophils. They are involved in the production of antibodies to attack foreign matter. They can also become memory cells, meaning that they remember infectious agents and get the immune system working faster the next time the person is exposed to that same agent. And the third type of blood cell is platelets, which are important for blood clotting to stop any bleeding. They can be identified as they are small dark purple spots, much smaller than a red blood cell. So here, just a little practice, we're going to try to identify all the different blood cell types on this slide. So, all the pink dots here are your red blood cells. Your tiny purple dot is a platelet. Here we have what do we have here? We have a neutrophil with a banded nucleus. We have a lymphocyte with a large nucleus and a little bit of cytoplasm. On the bottom left here, we have a monocyte with the kidney-shaped nucleus. On the top right, we have an eosinophil with our red stained granules. Here we have another neutrophil with a 3-lobed nucleus. And here we have a basophil with the very dark stained granules.